Welcome back to United Irvine, and I have the amazing pleasure of having Irene Johnston on the call here. And Irene, you are one of my heroines. I know you're going to be a shrinking violet when you hear that and respond to that, but it is the truth. I think you're absolutely amazing, and I love to get your messages on Facebook. And when I see you at Dreghorn and Springside Worship Centre, when you manage to make it, it's tremendous because, well, you're well up into your 90s, I believe, and and yet you're on Facebook, you're on Zoom here and now, and and you're connecting with people. You know that to connect with people and converse with people because you're not able to get out and about as much as you used to. You know that that's the way you've got to do it, and you've done it, and you're doing it, which is fabulous. Now, Irene, tell me where you're from, where you're born and brought up, and were you always involved in the church?
Yes, more or less, Neil. I was born in Busby, in Lanarkshire.
Yes.
My father was in Lanarkshire Police, and he retired in 1927, and I was born the following year. So he was actually 55 when I was born, and my mother was 44.
Okay.
So there's a case of second marriages here.
Yes.
My mother's first husband was killed right at the beginning of the First World War.
Mm.
And then my father's wife, she died in 1922 or something. But he married my mother, as I say, in 1925.
Mm-hmm.
And I was born in 1928. So I think I've still got my baptismal certificate
Mm-hmm.
from Greenbank Parish Church or something.
In
But at
Busby.
that time, you were baptized in the house.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
You didn't go to the church then for a baptism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then my father, being retired from the police after 32 and a half years service, was too young to do nothing. So we moved to Newton Mearns,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a poultry farm, Langrig Poultry Farm,
Mm-hmm.
where he had white leghorns and Rhode Island Reds.
Okay.
And I went to Newton Mearns School to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Glasgow Corporation took over the farm because they wanted it for the hospital for TB,
Oh, yes.
TB milk, etc. And we had to move. So we went to Milliken Park, where my father became the gardener to Mr. McRobert, the solicitor.
Mm-hmm.
And we were there for quite a few years. And I went to Kilbarchan Church there. And
Mm-hmm.
then we moved to Johnston when we got a house there.
Mm-hmm.
And but we still went to Kilbarchan Kirk, the West Church.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined the church there. I think I would be 18 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I have all my certificates around somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've got a wee box that I keep all my funeral arrangements in, so I think that's where it is.
Uh,
But then my father had this old property in Dreghorn, and he felt if he could be there, he would be able to do lots of jobs himself. So we moved to Dreghorn in 1951.
mm-hmm.
And we went to the old parish church and have been there ever since. So been over 70 years in Dreghorn and Springside, although it was Dreghorn and Pearston Old Parish Church.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Marvelous. Marvelous.
So,
And
and
you
of course I get
work
involved.
when you go? You get involved?
Yeah.
Go on.
No, we get involved in a lot of things in the church, like the badminton club and Willie Robertson. Do you remember Willie?
Uh-huh.
Well, he was in the badminton club and I
Mm.
was in that for 2 or 3 years. And then I was in the Sunday school and the choir. And then Mrs. Muir came to be our organist. And we became friendly, she and her husband and I. They had just lost their daughter, Nancy.
Mm.
And it was so sad. And I was full of sympathy for them, of course. She was only 16. But we did have a good friendship. And then I was in the guild as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I played the piano there for them for over 20 years.
Mm.
But now the guild we're finished in Dreghorn.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've got invitations to Fullerton,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just difficult getting there. That I'm
Mm-hmm.
quite happy just being content at home, Neil.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, and also got I think Girdle Toll Guild are inviting folk to go to
Yes.
well, yes, and they're afternoons, so they're maybe a wee bit easier to get to. But
Well, we were in the afternoon too.
mm-hmm.
But the thing is, everybody is getting too old to be bothered being president and secretary and treasurer.
Yes,
So,
yes. I think at the
and
Fullerton Guild, they don't actually call anyone president anymore. They just take turns at leading the meeting because
yeah, well, they were
nobody wants
doing
to be
that
called the president.
eventually.
Yes,
That's right. Yeah. Well, we still had a president, but other people could take turns if she wasn't available.
yes, yes. So you've been involved in the Kirk all your life, Irene,
Yes, more or
and
less.
and it's not just it's not just going through the motions for you, is it? It's not just something you've got into the way of. It's something that's very personal to you.
Well, it is personal, yes.
It's a faith, it's a hope, it's a love.
Because I feel I need the Lord quite often,
Mm-hmm.
to be in my life.
Yes.
And he really has been very good to me
Mm-hmm.
because I've now ended up in a wee pensioner's house and I'm very happy and
Mm-hmm.
comfortable.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
And then I worked in a firm of solicitors in Kilmarnock,
Mm-hmm.
D&D Cars, for 40 years or more,
Mm-hmm.
42 years. And then we moved from the Cross at Kilmarnock to Howard Street and joined Curtis Stirring Company. So I was there I was in with the bricks, Neil,
Mm-hmm.
until I retired
Yes.
when I was 62. You could do that then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I waited on that wee while longer
Yes.
because Mr. McCulloch had died in 1986. And they wanted me to continue because I knew all his clients,
Mm.
to contact them and that. But that's about my life, really.
Ah, but
Um,
tell us about your family.
oh, well, that the 1960s, the whole decade was a terrible decade for me
Mm-hmm.
because my mother took dementia
Uh,
And at that time, Neil, you got no help whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was only in my 30s, and I had to work.
Mm-hmm.
And father, being in the police, and the national insurance scheme didn't come out till nearer his retirement. So
Mm-hmm.
he didn't get an old age pension. He only had this wee pootery pension he got from the police once a month. And my mother didn't get the pension either. But I didn't realise all this. It's only now it's sort of dawning on me that they didn't have much money.
Mm-hmm.
But he had this house in the main street, which is now demolished. And I don't know, I had to go to my work every day, and I've got this horrible feeling that I neglected my mother because I wasn't there for her during the day, and she was wandering about, and she didn't know that man's following me, she would say, and that was my father. And he didn't know what was going on. But it was a dreadful time. They both died in 1969.
Mm-hmm.
Father first, and he just missed his 96th birthday by a month. And my mother was 84 when she died in the May. He died in the February, and my mother died in the May of that year.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the council wanted our property to build the Dunlop Hall, or the council office is behind it. That was where it was. Our house was just beside the Dunlop Hall.
Mm-hmm.
And my father played the bagpipes when it was opened.
Oh
He
boy,
was the piper
brilliant.
for them. So and then my mother had a daughter by her first marriage, Margaret,
Mm-hmm.
and she was 94 when she died in 2008,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was. And Margaret had two daughters. So these are the nieces that I contact every day.
Mm-hmm.
We do it by text,
Yes.
and they keep in touch with their old auntie.
Mm-hmm.
But
Auntie
and
Irene.
then they have, and their family, they're in Moira's family. She's got a son and daughter, and they're in England. And Irene has a son and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like you, the son. He's a great climber and always, but
Mm-hmm.
at the moment is with BP, and he's got quite a good job there. But he was out in India recently. He's
Mm-hmm.
never at home.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got a nice family, and then my father, he had three daughters who were more like my aunties because they were well into their 20s and 30s before I was born.
Mm.
So there, it's all very uninteresting to you, Neil.
Not at
It's
all. So you've got a
but
lovely family about you,
yes,
and you
and I've
managed to keep
still
in touch with them.
yes, and then Lindsay, she's the granddaughter of my sister Polly, who died many years ago,
Mm.
and she lives in Erskine now. So they keep in touch,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got uh, four of her family. So
Nice.
plenty of people around me.
Yes, and you've got church family as well, haven't you? And
Oh, I've got my church family. Yes, I
yes,
have.
and
They're
you've
all very
managed to
kind.
get to services lately. I know that you don't always get to
No, it
services.
depends on the weather.
You've got your fourth wheeler
Aye.
that you push and sit on.
I don't sit on it.
Would you not?
I'm afraid that it would run away with me.
It's purely a pusher.
But it gives me balance, and it's really great. But it's got to be a nice day
Yes.
before I'll go out. and go up the road, because by the time I would get to the church, I would be soaked.
Yes. But if you don't manage to get, you manage to plug in, don't you? You manage to tune in and
Yes,
get the
yes,
stream.
and I do the live stream.
Yes.
When it works, it doesn't always work, Neil.
Oh,
Sometimes the
sure.
sound is hopeless,
Hmm.
and then sometimes we don't get it at all.
Hmm. Yes, yes, I'll.
But on the whole, it's very good.
Yes. And tell us a wee bit about your faith, Irene, and the difference it makes to you.
Well, you feel more secure, Neil.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, you feel that the Lord's around you to help you.
Hmm.
Just, I think he spoke to me last night when I'm saying, "What have I done? I've refused Neil this, and that's not right." But I couldn't have done without him.
Yes.
During the time my mother was in Ailsa Hospital, she was there for 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
because eventually she had to go there.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to go down to Auntie Nellie's as well and sit beside her for a wee while. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not a pleasant thing, dementia.
No, no,
But
it's terrible.
there we are. It
Yes,
happened. But we got through it, and it's just a case of asking for God's help at times
yes, yes.
when
Uh,
you're feeling a wee bit vulnerable.
and
But
do you
he's
have
been
any
good.
favorite Psalm verses or verses in the Bible that remind you that God's with you and that He's for you and supporting you? And
Well, I love, is it the first paraphrase, that man hath perfect blessedness,
oh
who
yes,
walketh not astray in counsel of ungodly men, nor stands in sinners' way, nor sitteth in the scorners' chair, but placeth his delight upon God's law and meditates on his law day and night. I love that, because I used to teach it to my Sunday school class,
aha,
and it's always stuck there, you see.
brilliant.
I don't think they'll remember it, but
Yes,
and then of course the Shepherd's Psalm.
hmm,
I
yes.
like it.
The Lord's my shepherd. I have it
Yes, so
all.
I'm having
Yes.
that at my funeral. And
Mm.
all the way my Saviour leads me. I like that.
Ah,
Do you
yes.
know that?
Yes, yes, yes.
All
So,
the way my Saviour. Yeah. And nearer my God to thee. It's lovely.
yes, yes.
That was one of my father's favourites too.
These are great
And
hymns.
he used to say to me, "Play Largo, Irene." So I always had to Handel's Largo. Always had to play that for him.
Yes.
But
And music's been an important part of your life, clearly, with you
yes, it had.
playing the
Well, it
piano.
was. It was, Neil.
Yes.
But I'm
Do you
afraid
listen to a lot of music?
not really.
Hmm.
Well, I quite like having the television. Andre Roux, I
Oh,
love
yes.
him.
He's
He's
great.
the most wonderful violinist, and he
Hmm.
plays all these lovely romantic songs, and he's just such a lovely chap. And
Hmm.
AI,
Yes.
you know, that AI thing, I don't understand it, but it's spreading a whole lot of lies about him, that he's
Oh,
dying
yeah.
and he's ill and is in hospital. And no, I do really enjoy. I've got quite a lot of recordings of Andre
Excellent.
on the on my recording. I've still
Mhm.
got an old-fashioned television and a recorder. I know how to work it, so I'm quite happy.
You're sticking with it. That's it. If
I'm
it's
just sticking with it, Neil.
if
I
it's working, keep with it. Absolutely.
don't. That's right.
Yes.
That's what they say. If it works, just leave it.
That's it. And you like flowers and color and were you ever a drawer or a or a
Not
knitter or a
really.
sewer? Mm-hmm.
No, not really.
No, no. But you
Oh, I used to
appreciate
sew. I
flowers.
used to embroider when I think
Huh?
about it now.
Uh-huh.
And knit
Uh-huh.
jumpers. But
Okay.
that wasn't yesterday. That
Well,
was more in my teens.
that's a lovely one you've got on at the moment. Lovely pattern jump.
That's it's quite a nice one with my cross of the kirk.
Yes, beautiful.
It's a Sheila Fleet
Oh,
necklace,
uh-huh.
and her place, I think it's in Orkney,
Uh-huh.
and my nieces got it for my 90th birthday. It's silver, and that's what it's called, the cross of the kirk.
Nice.
So one of them will get it when I go away.
Mm-hmm. 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 When you get promoted into glory, absolutely.
That's right, Neil.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
right.
And
Yeah.
and tell us a wee bit about your prayers for United Irvine and Dreghorn and Springside and God's work in these parts,
Well,
Irene.
I'm afraid we're needing a lot of prayers, Neil,
Yes.
for our church because things are happening that shouldn't be happening. And I know you told us in the church that the other churches were now supporting us. Should I be saying all this?
Yeah, you say whatever you feel. Be direct, be straight, absolutely.
And it's not right that people should stop giving their collections unless they're at the church. But
Your
I
vision.
don't
What about
know.
your vision for? What about your vision for? I know we're in transition and it's not easy, and some folk are not coming along or giving, and they're waiting to see, and some folk have left. But no, we are in transition, and it's a period of challenge and change. But you're an optimist. I know you're an optimist, and you've got faith, hope and love and
Yes, yes.
so what about what positive things do you envision and pray for?
Well, pray for the continuation of our church
Yes.
and the people in it and the families of those who are no longer with us. And
Mm-hmm.
there've been an awful lot of deaths, Neil,
Mm.
and all younger than me and people I was friendly with. And
Thinking about the church family, and we've also got aspirations for seeing new people come in, don't we? Younger people coming in. We long to see renewal and revival, don't we?
yes, it looked a bit better this morning with the Sunday school. There
Yes,
seemed to
good.
be more there than had been for a wee while. We used to have the best Sunday school in
Mm-hmm.
Irvine
Yeah.
district, and then it all fell apart because they were going to different things on a Sunday morning, and they weren't coming to the Sunday school or the church.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Lynn had the children this morning, and it was lovely.
Mm.
She has a friend who crochets,
Oh, yes.
and for a hospital, I don't know whether it's in Glasgow or not, but she was showing the children all the different things that had been crocheted, and they were taking them around the congregation to let them see the lovely wee jackets and
Mm.
wee hats and things that this lady of 91 had crocheted. So it's time I was getting my needles out and doing something useful, Neil.
You're a great
instead of
and you go.
instead of working in this phone all the time. It's
Well,
a
it's a
very
life it's a
it's a
lifeline
big
for
time
you.
waster. I know, but it's an awful time waster.
Aye, well, you can easily get distracted with it. That's true. You need to be disciplined about putting it.
You've got to be disciplined and just said, I'm not looking at you.
I know that. I know
But
that. I know that well. I know. But one of your great gifts, and you've been an elder for quite a few years now. How many years have you been an elder? You're an elder
Well,
emeritus now.
I've got my 40-year certificate, and
Yeah.
then I waited on a year after that, and
Hmm.
then decided it was too much for me going
Yes.
out at night to session meetings.
Yes.
So I just resigned then, but
Hmm. Yeah. Pass the
uh,
baton.
I
But
enjoyed visiting all my people in their houses,
yes. Oh, you'd be a
delivering
great
them.
visitor.
I saw them more often than just at a time when the communion cards were available.
Hmm.
And I made friends with them all. And
Is
Neil, they're nearly all away now.
that right?
It's
Yes.
awful.
Yes.
Anne
Yeah.
McDowell, do you remember Anne McDowell?
Uh-huh.
And Carrie Dunn and her husband are dead.
Mm.
And Jim Cairns, he's away. And
Yes.
oh, I'm teen for them. It's
Well,
so sad.
it's sad and yet it's life, isn't it? And
It's life, yes.
Hebrews 12 talks about, says, therefore, since we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses,
That's
that
right.
those who've gone ahead of us, those who line the trackside, let
Yes,
us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer
yes.
and perfecter of our faith. Uh, so, so yes, it is, but it must be, I suppose, when you're outliving so many people, Irene,
Mhm.
do you have that sense of being left behind sort of thing? Or are you in the now and able to really
Well,
celebrate the
not
present?
really, but I feel that all my contemporaries are away,
Yes.
and I'm just left. But
Mm.
at the same time, I'm still keeping in touch with the younger people in the church,
Yes.
and seeing them when I go to the church, and
Yes.
they're all very welcoming and nice. It's lovely to get there.
Yes.
And everybody's got to attend to me, get me in the door, and there's a great commotion getting me and a later in the door and back out again.
Marvelous.
But
Marvelous.
it really, it's nice to have a church family, Neil,
Yes. And
and to have nice ministers like you and Jamie.
oh,
And
you're kind.
yes,
I'll pay you later.
yeah.
You're such an encourager, Irene, and I know that I've asked you a few times if you might do this, and you were just alluding to a sleep. Well, I don't know if it was sleepless night, but God had a wee word in your ear
I
sound
think he
like
must have had last night,
last night,
because I toss and I turn and I'm saying, I'd be as well getting up and looking at my phone instead of lying here tossing and turning.
and you
And then when I did look at it, uh, I realised, of course, that there were messages on it at that time in the morning.
hmm
And then I says, now I've been sent here for some reason. I says, I think I'll just send a wee text to the Rev Neil
Yes,
and
yes.
tell him if he can't get anybody else, I'll try it. So that's it.
You're a wee star, an absolute star, Irene. Thanks so much for being willing to respond the way you have, and that was pretty painless. Irene was like, no, it was a good wee chin wag.
Well, I suppose it was. You've been very good, Neil.
Ah,
You've guided me and done most of the
just
hard work.
just asked you some questions, and you do have the gift of the
Yeah.
gab, Irene. You've definitely kissed the blarney a few times, I think.
Well, I'm quite a blather.
Yes, indeed, and that's one of the endearing features about you. I thank you on behalf of United Irvine and Dreghorn and Springside for just being who you are, Irene. You're a
Thank
loving,
you.
lovely lass, and
Thank you very much,
and we
Neil.
love you so much, and we know you love us. and we'll keep loving and praising the Lord and let him lead us on, eh?
Yes, we're very, very fortunate in having you and Jamie at the
Well, that's
helm.
kind. Thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
we are really. Um,
Thanks for your kind
oh,
word.
and then, of course, I was in the leprosy mission for over 40 years,
Well,
and we collected a lot of money
yes,
for them through their
that's right.
church. They were really
And we
very,
must
very
get
good.
Stephen McLeish over to speak about that. He was telling me that Stephen McLeish, who used to be our youth worker, he was telling me
That's right. He
that
would
he
go
was
to the leprosy mission.
he's working with the Leprosy Mission, representing them in Scotland and
That's right.
traveling around, and he's keen to come to Dreghorn Springside because, as you
Yes.
say, you've given a lot of money to the Leprosy Mission over the
Oh, we
years.
did give a lot at one time. Frank Henderson and Betty Fowler
Oh
do it now
yes, yes, yes.
between
So,
them.
so that's I'm sure there's lots of other
So
things that we know touched in, and in fact that's a good excuse to get you back sometime, Irene. But don't worry, it won't be next week.
no, I didn't think you were meaning to do a podcast at the moment. I thought it was in the future.
Ah, well, there you go. You were
But
lulled and
there we
lured.
are. You're some man, Neil.
And
And
you're
you're so good to your wee ma.
my wee
You're
Mo.
so good to you.
She's marvelous, isn't she?
She's
She's
lovely.
catching up on you, but just a couple of years back. Yeah.
Yes,
But she's like yourself, been able to live on her
I
own sort of
know, on
thing.
her own. It makes an
Trailer,
awful
but
difference.
she still gets out and
Like to be independent.
indeed, indeed. Grateful, grateful.